I look around today and see clear blue sky. It's hard to believe that only a few weeks ago at 10 in the morning, it was as dark as night due to the campfire. This Christmas season, we want to be God's light in our region by helping our brothers and sisters restore their lives and our community. And I'm encouraged that in the midst of tragedy, we have already seen many who have found both hope and healing.
We had a lot of families, not only from CAL FIRE, but a lot of families from the Paradise area that were either on duty working in Butte County or on duty working in other areas of the state when this fire first broke out. There were quite a few families that did lose their homes and were directly affected by this.
The Bible keeps telling us that even in the midst of disaster, God is not in the earthquake or the wind or the fire, but in sounds of silence and in acts of steadfast loving kindness that people practice toward each other. And for my wife and I think God has been very evident in those things, especially through the life of this congregation. I think it's astounding. The people of Chico have been just so kind to all of us who have been refugees from this campfire.
Life can be hard before this. Marriage can be hard, kids can be hard, jobs can be hard. I had my capacity of hard before this ever happened. I would always kind of sit in church when people would give their minute for ministry. They would talk about the church coming alongside of them and people in their community holding them up. And I always kind of thought, I don't know enough people, that wouldn't happen for me. And I was wrong. We have been surrounded by people near and far. In Chico, we have gotten cards and love from people that we don't know all over the United States. We got so lucky. I think God gave us a house to rent, and it feels so weird, but He gave us what we need so that we can be okay to keep taking care of other people.
I'm realizing that the word restoration and God's restoration, when you take something and you restore something, like if you take an old car, it's not hot rodding it. It's not making it shiny and flashy. It's taking it back to what it was intended to be. And so I'm learning personally through this process that God's restoring me to simplicity. What are necessities? What are priorities in life? And to help others in that. Like in the giving and the loving, people's basic needs are what they need care for, and that doesn't mean things necessarily. It does mean things in the broad spectrum, but more so than that, it means community. It means relationship, it means love, it means a hug, it means stopping what you're doing and listening to someone's story, because everyone's willing to tell you their story right now. Just being the ears to hear and the arms to give a hug and the shoulder to cry on and the pocketbook that can be opened. I think that's what I'm learning about God's restoration.
We ask you to join us this year with generous hearts to be the light of the world in our community as we give our Christmas Eve offering to restoration of individual lives and our region following the devastation of the campfire. There are many needs in our community right now and will continue to be for years to come. Our offering will help address these needs, including transitional and permanent housing, emotional and spiritual care, recovery from trauma, as well as the physical resources that our neighbors need to rebuild their lives. We are committed to making sure the most vulnerable among us do not slip through the cracks, and will ensure our offering directly helps the elderly, the disabled, the poor, children, and those living on the margins of society. Together with our offering and our actions, we can join in God's restoration of our community and our lives.